Okay, I want you to take a look at the stitch over here. All right, you can just click the down at the bottom, okay, and just watch the stitch, okay. I'm a paranormal specialist, and I get rid of the worst evil. And I want to talk to you guys about being a sensitive and being an empath, okay. Empath is derived from empathy, obviously. That's why the root word is empath, okay. The great spiritual teachers will tell you that from true darkness is born empathy. And this is true, okay? And so this is why a lot of people who are empaths have suffered a lot of trauma and been through a lot of like hardships, right? And so we have empaths born, okay? Now, a lot of people don't believe in empaths. A lot of people will say, oh no, that's literally just people trying to be people pleasers and trying to, deal with their traumas and like assessing the room for like social cues and stuff. Like, I don't remember. It's a psychology study, okay? Empathy, true empathy comes from the heart, okay? And a lot of people will tell you about the narcissist and empath dynamic, right? Where people who are empaths are much like narcissists, right? We have like a whole study on that. But that's not what I'm going to talk about in this video. What I'm going to talk about is something as a gift called clairsentient. Okay? I try to stay away from the word empath, but I will use it in this video since that's what this person is talking about. But the actual true gift that this is discussing in empathy and being an empath is called clairsentient. It means that you can feel the energy. It means that you can feel what's going on. You can feel when another person hurts. You can feel when you're hurting. You can feel when others are hurting. You can watch TV and feel the energy. And people are like, oh, I'm an empath. I'm an empath. What you actually are is clairsentient. Okay? And so this video, Empath 101, okay, is going to be how to survive being clairsentient, okay? Being clairsentient is difficult. A lot of people will be introverts when they're clairsentient. They don't like to go out in public. I myself have agoraphobia. It's very, very difficult because I'm so sensitive to energies, okay? And yes, I'm going to play with my hair. I'm super traumatized. I apologize. Anyways, my point is that this is very, very common, is that they are introverts. They don't really want to go out much, okay? It's because of the fact that they're so sensitive to energy. There is some empaths, though, that are extroverts. That's fine, okay? Like, they come in all shapes and sizes and everything, okay? But what I really want to discuss is how do you shield yourself? A lot of people don't know how to protect themselves as empaths. In fact, a lot of people will walk through grocery stores and they will literally just walk by somebody and not realize that they've picked up their energy because they're so sensitive. They're clairsentient, okay? And when they pick up this person's energy, they make it their own. Okay, so what happens is like, let's say you go to the store, okay, you're shopping, la la la. You walk by somebody and then you get up to the counter and all of a sudden you just are in a bad mood. And you're like, and you make up some excuse about why you're in a bad mood. You're like, God, I really hope my car gets to work tomorrow, or God, I'm freaking hungry. That's why I'm in a bad mood. Like we literally tell ourselves these things, but the truth is that you've picked up someone else's energy and you're clairsentient. Okay, and negative energy is highly contagious. Okay, and so if someone's out there in a bad mood and you walk by them and you're an empath and you're clairsentient, okay, then you will turn that negative energy into your own and think it's your own. So one of the things that you want to do when you're clairsentient, or empath, if you want to use that word, is that you want to check in with yourself daily. You always want to ask yourself, what am I really feeling? Why do I feel this way? And is this actually my feeling? Or am I just making it my own? I often have to do this. There are some times when I'll just feel like a bad mood hit me and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I angry about? What am I stressed about? Why would this be going on in my life? Is this actually my feeling or is this someone else's? And you need to do this as an empath and a clairsentient, because if you're being an empath and clairsentient and you're not doing this, you often will have like things spin out of control. You'll get these energies where they'll start spiraling you down a rabbit hole and you can't stop. You cannot stop. Like, it is so difficult. You'll start to be like, well, then maybe this is going to happen. That's why I feel this way. And God, what if this happens? And oh my gosh, this is why I feel this way. And you'll create all of these things up here thinking it's your energy when it's not even your energy. Okay? So how do you get rid of this? Well, there's a couple different ways that you can do, like with shielding, okay? So grounding was the first step, right? Asking yourself, why do I feel this way? Is this actually my feeling or is this someone else's feeling? And I need to be more self-aware about what I'm doing here and like why I'm doing it, okay? Like, is this actually my feeling? Where does this come from? Like, these kind of questions you need to ask yourself in your head up here. Okay, so grounding's the first step. Shielding's the next step. Okay, so let's say that you're in a bad mood and you don't know why, and you're like, there's literally no reason for me to feel this way. I'm just in a bad mood. Shielding. Okay, how do you stop this from happening? Okay, so what you're gonna do is there's a couple different techniques that you can do. The first one is called mirrors. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically shut your eyes and imagine that basically all around you are mirrors. And so when you do this, you are reflecting the energy back into the astral plane where it belongs. And so you don't have to deal with it because it's not your energy, okay? Wow, sorry, my hair is driving me nuts. And so anyways, you literally don't have to deal with it anymore because of the fact that you're surrounding yourself with mirrors and you're getting rid of that energy. And it helps you feel free and clear of the burdens of energies that aren't yours and residual energy that you're picking up out there. Okay, so that's one technique. Another technique is let's say you walk into a room and the energy is just like dark. You're just kind of like, what happened in here? And you don't know. You can't put your finger on it. You're like, well, what's going on? Like, why do I feel this way? Like, maybe I should, like, yeah. Okay, so when that's going on, what you need to do is you need to pick something. Try to pick something that's large, okay? But pick the object and focus on it. And focus on it and remind yourself that there are things that separate you from them. Okay, so how's this going to look? Like, let's say you walk into the room and two people are arguing and you see that there's a table and a couch and chairs, all right? Focus on the table. What separates you? So let's say one person's standing across the room, you're standing over here, and there's a table in between you. Focus on what's separating between you. Remind yourself that there is separation between the two energies and keep focusing on the table when they're talking to you. You don't have to do it for like very long, but it's basically to remind your brain that like, no, I'm not picking up these energies because there's separation of other energies between us. Okay, so that's another way that you can do it. Another thing that you can do is, okay, so now you know how to shield, right? Now you know how to ground, all right? Now you need to know how to cleanse, okay? So when, like, you go out or whatever and you pick up these energies, how do you get rid of them? Well, the best way to get rid of them is being clairsentient is you can take an Epsom salt bath and then afterwards place on lavender. The Epsom salt clears your energy and the lavender protects it. Okay? So I hope this helps. And you can also take a shower and imagine yourself being like bathed and like remnants of like dark stuff come off of you. Sorry, I'm traumatized. But basically you just take a shower and like imagine all this like dark energy coming off of you, like black coming off of you, if that makes any sense at all. And that's because that's like represents negative energy. And yeah, so I hope this helps. Have a good one.